It's very unique that it's on the Napanee River. So the building is actually situated on the side of a hill. So from the front, it looks like a single story, but from the back, it looks like it's three stories. So it gives it a very unique feel, more rustic and more lodge-like. So it's close to the town and amenities, but it feels like you're in the country.
In this video, you'll meet Greg Freeman, who's the owner and CEO of the Riverine in Napanee, Ontario. And in this video, you'll hear about the unique location of the residence. You'll also hear about the amenities and the programs available at the residence, and also its relationship to the surrounding community of Napanee. So why don't you explain what is unique about the Riverine in the Napanee area?
Okay, well, the Riverine is it is the only retirement home specifically in the town of Napanee. The Riverine is associated to our parent company, the Crown Ridge Healthcare Services Inc., which operates retirement and long-term care homes in the same general geographic area ranging from Trenton, Belleville, and Napanee. So we're a very small company with some experience in other avenues other than retirement. It's next year. Family-owned and operated business, so I've actually grown up in the business since I was 5. My parents started it in the early 70s. I've now been involved with the business for almost 30 years next year. And I've been in charge of the company since 2002 when I took over completely from my father, and have almost doubled the size of the company since that time, and been involved in different associations, construction, a number of different things that help us focus on how we can make our homes better living environments for our residents. But the Riverine is very unique from our other sites in that it is independent, strictly independent and retirement living. And it's very unique in the mix between the independent living and the retirement living floors. So it's a relatively small building with a total of about 76 rooms or units, divided into two distinctly different levels. One is the independent level that has full kitchens, so they're more like apartments, and then the residents have one meal a day that they would go to a dining room for. And then the social side and the recreational activities are shared between both floors. And then the retirement living or assisted living level has all the meals and services that would be generally provided in a retirement assisted living home.
And what are those services that that you can find there?
Generally, it's the general assistance in medication administration if it's required. It may be assistance with getting in and out of the shower or bathtub if it's required or needed. And it may even be just, the difficulty in doing up a blouse that somebody requires just assistance with in the morning. But it is generally the residents are very independent. They may need some certain cueing of things or help with knowing what's happening on a daily basis as far as activities. But generally they are very independent and require that just general supervision and social atmosphere.
And when it comes to developing needs, if there is a resident who has growing needs that are changing from when they first arrived versus their current needs, how do you assess those needs? And is there a point that a need can surpass what you're able to care for, and there will need to be a transition to another place, another home?
Yeah, there is actually, and we're lucky that we're very close to the John Parrott Center, which is a long-term care home managed by the community and municipality. It's a great home that we, again, that we have very close to us. And if residents require more care, and it could be mobility, it could be cognitive behaviors, it could be a risk of that they might need memory care. So there's a risk of wandering away from the home. Then those are times that by close supervision of the residents on a daily basis, we would see, or the staff would see, those trends and changes, and they would be sharing those with the family on a continual basis through either care conferences or just even a phone call. And we would be looking at early on if somebody needs to have their name placed on a long-term care home. Um, those lists are unfortunately lengthy in our geographic areas. So the more time that people have to plan for that, the better, if that need should arise.
When it comes to activities, to programmings, to outings, what are the structures in place at the Riverine for residents to give recommendations or make requests?
It's a little bit different on each level. The retirement level have their residence council that would meet monthly, and they don't have to wait till the monthly meeting to discuss with the life enrichment coordinator ideas. We're very open to immediately being flexible and changing and implementing great ideas that come from the residents or the families. The independent level, they also have meetings. They may be semi-annual. Again, it's that flexible, any day that there's a suggestion, we try to implement those so that you don't have to wait for a general meeting. But again, it depends on what the mix of residents like to do, and we're very much at helping them drive their own activities if they wish, like the euchre clubs and games. And we do have a pool table, so if there's a group of people that like to do that. So it's really, how do we assist them in socializing on their own, helping them make those decisions.
And so how would you describe the lifestyle at the Riverine? Is it more fast-paced or slower paced?
I think it all depends on what the residents like. I would say it's that medium, slower to medium paced. But because we have the independent level, most of those residents, probably 80%, still have their own vehicles. So those that wish to be fast paced can still maintain that fast paced lifestyle, and then have the supports within the home that they wish to have. Those that just like to be not necessarily reclusive, but like to do their own pace and things and come out of their apartments when they wish, have that ability as well.
And for you as owner and CEO of the company and several properties, how do you spend your time and what takes up your day?
I have great people in our organization. So we are a family-run organization. So we do have other family members also working in the business, which aren't just my family. There'll be some of my managers, key managers also have potentially some of their family members working in the company. So it really brings a sense of family, external and extended family, which we also see the residents and their family members as family. So which really drives our mission statement of embracing life's journey. So that's kind of the whole focus that we've taken with the family owned and operated business.
And all conversations come down to food. So how do you build your menus at the Riverine?
It's basically like we do with all our other sites. We do have food committees. We do have seasonal menus, and we do review with the residents through the menu cycle and rotation on likes and dislikes, what they like well, what would they like to see changed or different, and that's a continual process. That's not just isolated to one time and then the menu's fixed. We try to keep that as an evolving cycle throughout the seasonal menu choices.
Do you have a favorite menu item that you offer?
My office is down from the kitchen, so I smell the food all the time. So I don't think I have a favorite, but I do like cookies. I like the fresh baked cookies that come out of the kitchen.
Can you describe the physical features of the building and the grounds that the Riverine is on?
Sure, it's very unique that it's on the Napanee River. So the building is actually situated on the side of a hill. So from the front, it looks like a single story, but from the back, it looks like it's 3 stories. So it gives it a very unique feel, more rustic and more lodge-like. Um, so it's close to the town and amenities, but it feels like you're in the country. It's less than a block away from the local hospital, so it's very close to those types of medical amenities. But when you're in the courtyard at the back of the building looking at the river, you could be sitting north somewhere at your cottage. So it kind of has that feel.
And when you're talking to residents, those who have made the move into the Riverine, what would you say is commonly cited as the reason for choosing this location?
Generally, it would be the social aspects and atmosphere. And for the independent level, they're still independent, but it's the security in knowing that they do have a call bell in their rooms by their bed if they should need assistance. It's the 1 meal a day, so they can guarantee that nutritional balance, but still gives them the flexibility and freedom of being independent and grocery shopping on their own for the other meals. Um, for the assisted living residents, it's that security that somebody's there. Medications can be reviewed. Residents can take their own medications still with guidance, or we can also administer the medications for them. So it's that, I guess, a little bit more security that somebody's always available to help them, and there's other residents and activities in the social atmosphere around to help embrace their journey. So part of the residents, their enjoyment of living at the Riverine really stems from our mission and our focus on our core values, which corporately we've have the same mission and same values at all our homes, and that's to embrace life's journey. And that is for the residents, it's for the family members, and it also relates to the staff, because we're all living a different journey at the same time, and it ties in how we strive to be family. We're an extended family of the residents, and we're extended family of the staff. So it comes to, we've taken our corporate name, Crown, and come up with 5 acronyms or 5 words from that acronym of C stands for being creative. So we seek creative opportunities to enrich life experiences for everyone in our family. The R stands for respect. We engage in activities that are respectful of everyone's rights. O stands for being outstanding. We aim to deliver outstanding service in all that we do. The W is for welcoming. We strive to provide a welcoming and safe environment for all. And the nurturing, we develop nurturing relationships for living and working. Mm. And those are the values that every decision that I make as a CEO, I make sure that I'm encompassing those core values for every decision that we make.
And so speaking of families, of those who are living at the Riverine, how do you like to keep them informed about what's going on in the residence, or if there's a conversation that needs to happen around their loved one that's living in the residence?
It would really come from the wellness manager who's overseeing the direct sort of the care side of things, and the general manager who's also very involved with the wellness manager and in what's happening on a day-to-day basis, and then the life enrichment coordinator who's looking after the social aspects of the residents and their needs. So the 3 sort of, along with the dietary department, they all work together, and they would have the close experiences with the family when they come to visit. And it all starts during the admission process, on getting that rapport with the family, getting the rapport with the resident, making sure that the resident has that really good transition when they move into the home. It's a very, can be a big change for a lot of people, and that can be a big move, and the best experience that we can make it right at the beginning is the best for everybody.
When people are coming to you with questions about what their options are, maybe they're unfamiliar with the industry and never really delved into this area before with these questions, there can be a lot of high emotions involved. So what's your advice for families, for individuals who are struggling making this decision and looking at these options?
It is very difficult for families, and it's an emotional process for them when they're looking at that for their loved one. So it's basically visiting as many homes in the area you're looking as possible, because each one has, maybe its own niche, maybe the feel, size. So some people might like a larger size of 125 bed or 200 bed living environment. Others might like the smaller, sort of just that smaller feel, just the right size. So it's really looking at each home, visiting as many as possible to try to find that right fit. We won't be the right fit for everybody, and that's why it's a great opportunity that there's lots of other homes close by for people to choose from. But the ones that we are the right fit for, that's I guess that's what we're here for. So it's really do as much of your due diligence and looking around to find the right place that meets your loved one's needs. And I guess we believe that when you walk in our door, if it's the right fit for you, you'll feel it. So I think that would be probably the best advice I could give is they're all professional homes out there. They all have staff that are wanting to do the best for the residents that reside in those homes. And they'll all have their different unique aspects of doing that. And it's really just getting that feel.
Right. And when you look ahead of the next 5 or 10 years for the Riverine, are there any areas that you'd like to see grow or added, or are there any upcoming features coming to the building?
Unfortunately, the building the way it is and the land that we have, we don't have the ability to add on. We would like to. We have a waiting list for our services, but so really we're looking at enhancements of the existing building, which may be it's now 20 years old, so we'll be looking at the next few years of modernizing some of the decor and colors. It's really about enhancing the core features of what are there now, and a lot of it will be enhancing services based on what the residents' needs are, and what they like to do for social activities.
And finally, what's your advice for those who are just starting out their search now, or perhaps they're in the middle of it?
Well, I think I said earlier that it's best to visit as many homes as you can, because they all have their the uniqueness about their either design, the rooms, the amenities. They can all be very different, and it's finding that right fit for the lifestyle that the family and the resident want to have for their future. And one size doesn't fit all. So it is a matter of checking different homes and places out. Um, there's lots of new opportunities with homes being developed and built. There's lots of opportunities for technology that are coming down the line. But really it comes down to the home, the team members in that home, and that fit, that feel for the resident. Is this where they feel like they're home? and that can be different in any site that they may go to and choose. And really, that's what we're here to do is for those that walk into our doors, if they feel that homey, our goal is to make our home feel home right from when you enter, and a lot of that starts with people.